We're back with the watch party, watching HCS Halo 5 Pro Series action. I'm Nighty Knight, and I'm here with Dragon Knight. We have so far gone through the quarterfinals and the semifinals. We are on to the grand finals today. This is for $5,000? Something like that. There's a lot of money on the line. Yeah, and this is also for seeding. This is going towards your ultimate ease going into the championship, making things, you always want to make things easier on yourself. You want to have a good winner's bracket run if you're going into a double limb, but this is it. This is the final two we've got here. Cloud9, who upset Sentinels in the semis, and we just witnessed Inconceivable taking out Pioneers. Inconceivable looked great, but who knows how Cloud9 is playing. I have not witnessed them today. They so far look good. Bound, though, has the rockets. Going to take out Renegade and get some ball time. Bound, though, he gets assassinated. That's Eco making the play.
Teammates have the ball. That's beautiful. I didn't get to see if a rocket was still in the pocket there. That may have been a power weapon on top of just getting a player down and on top of getting ball control. That player doing a great job of staying alive. That was Booba right there, being a little bit of a nuisance. Couple ball points there, probably two, floating in the air, jumping off the map there, securing the chance for his team to fight for that ball again. Looks like that's going to go down at the bottom of the lift there. We've got a player head camping. It looks like Stellar's going to head camp Booba, and unfortunately he's going to fall right off the map. Ball in the hands of Bound. Looks like he's going to jump around his teammates here. Saiyin's going to give him some cover. They're going to push into back blue here. He is going to get naded out of absolutely nowhere and then picked up with a body shot there. Ball still down in bottom blue, but we're seeing a pretty convincing start here. 20-2 in the favor of Inconceivable.
Saiyan with a double. Good protection out of him. Great teamwork out of Inconceivable. The objective efficiency is so darn good out of Inconceivable. What I'm witnessing out of these last few games we've seen, the series we just watched, they look perfect. They look like they are on top of it right now. It doesn't matter what game we're watching, even if we're watching a Slayer, they are always on top of the power items. They know when the power weapons are coming up. They set up perfectly. They execute perfectly. They're just doing an amazing job. Double kill out of Saiyan with the rockets. He's got one more to use. He's going to stick around. He gets the call out. He's going to land the rocket. He gets two more. He kills the entire team. Cloud9 going down, and it is 54-2.
What an amount to say that you're scoring in the lead against a completely insane series of rosters. The snipe with the green gun. He's going to go fight over here at Rockets. He's going to do damage down there at Cargo here. Looks like he might get a little bit of nade damage, but that green gun play alone was great. Set his team up for some forward momentum here, and we're just widening the gap ever further. 75-2 is what this is sitting at. Booba doing a great job of channeling his inner Neo, doing a Matrix skit, dodging all the bullets in here. Man's just monkeying around. Saiyan with control of Pelican, waiting for a enemy to challenge on the pipes here. They're aware of the player up there on the top catwalk, doing great job of breaking him, asking for help, and there's Falcated with that pickup right on that player that was wounded. Booba picking up his 1v1. He is finally going to drop ball. We see 1 point for the favor of Cloud9, but 90-some to 4 is a pretty convincing lead, given the position that these guys are in right now.
Two things right away I'm noticing that are so darn apparent. Inconceivable always have a follow-up. They always have someone there to get their cleanup, and it's just so darn consistent. Almost every situation we see, they're getting each other's help. And another thing, they're getting trades back to back to back. They're able to create damage and get away with trades they probably shouldn't, and that's why they have such a huge lead right now. Cloud9 was just not ready for it. This is just such a strong map for this roster. They have been playing it so perfect, and they are continuing to do so now. Booba has the rockets. That's going to be 2 down for Cloud9. Cloud9 have not had all 4 up and had control of the map yet.
Yeah, we're 4 minutes into the game here, and they're nearing the 2-minute mark of ball time. So that's not counting for a player running, that's not counting for a gunfight. That's an unbelievable amount of time to have this happen. We're also seeing, for the second time in a row, we're seeing Inconceivable have power-up in control. Rockets being the name power-up on this, the power weapon. and it has not yet been in the favor of Cloud9. So down for points, down for control, and down for power weapons. This is looking phenomenal for Inconceivable.
Stellar did have the camo, but he's taken out with it. So Cloud9, even when they get a break and they have a little advantage, are not able to capitalize whatsoever. Bound with the big rotations here, doing a great job. They're down 2 players, and they're still getting time. Cloud9 has 4 players alive, and they're still not able to get any kills or get any type of ball time. What is going on? Inconceivable are on fire.
I loved the little bunny hop, the bound over his teammate for the alley-oop for the 5 seconds of ball time there. Penguin does find his beatdown, doing his absolute best to try to stay alive here. Gets another beatdown on Bound, but these guys are just unstoppable together. Bound with a nade pickup to secure a kill against Renegade. Bound finally does fall, but we're seeing a little... I think it's too little too late. We've got 17 seconds, 15 seconds left in this game here. All is going to be played. Inconceivable can absolutely not walk away with this win, but take it and sprint.
Teammates have the ball.
Yeah, they are on a different level. I have not seen this kind of play out of them in a while. I mean, they have been winning tournaments, and they've been looking great consistently ever since their LAN win. Falcated has looked like a different type of player for a long time now. Ever since Reach became the new game, he was like, oh, okay. I can compete at the top now. I'm
good,
a top
but I'm
dog.
better. Yeah.
Right. Like he was, he was like top 4 level. Like he was competing alongside some of the best and doing fine, but he never really was a dominant player, so to speak. But so far, like, he just lands crazy shots. He's able to make insane plays. He can do what the rest of the whole league can do, and he's been doing it exceptionally well. Getting a nice trade there onto Stellar, going to keep them from gaining any more time. Only 14 more points to go, and that is going to be game number 1 here in our grand finals. Renegade trying to do something here with the noob combo, but Saiyan, with the rotation, gets away with that. Stellar, he gets the double, and that's going to open things up. Boo Boo's the last one. He's not going to be able to do much, so he's going to just wait for his team. Very smart play out of him.
Yeah, Inconceivable's positioned themselves as such a monstrous lead, and they have that great intrinsic teamwork. They don't really have to be too pressured. If this isn't the perfect time to push for that ball, then I'm not gonna. I'm gonna wait for my teammates to push in, and like I say it, there comes Falcated. Mr. Garcia, the blossoming player of this league for me, is just doing a fantastic job. He supported Boo Boo Doo Boo right when he needed to do it. Renegade is trying to get this challenge here on the door. We do see 2 down, 3 down. It looks like they get the clear here. Renegade does fall, but we do see him pick up Falcated. Stellar gets the ball melee, and this is the first large grouping of points we've seen out of blue team here. I believe the entire game. Most of the other things have been kind of scrapped together, 5-10 second increments here. We do see him drop this ball here. That could be really, really penalizing there. He is 1 shot, and they're going to toss the ball off the map for a reset. That 2 seconds he had to go recover that ball enabled Falcated to make that play.
And that's another one. That's another of those plays that the stats really just does not tell the full story. When you get that ball off like that and you keep the team from getting vital time, that ultimately leads to some big wins. And that was a fantastic job by that player. Now Eco going to try to protect the ball. He does land some great shots. He's going to wait for his teammate to get the cleanup. But Saiyan, he reads him like a book, puts the grenade down, and runs away. He gets the ball out, and there you go. He's finishing it up, and the first game goes in favor of Inconceivable. Unbelievable job. They looked so darn dominant right out of the gate. Inconceivable is here to win.
Their teamwork, man, looks about as rooted as DNA. I swear to God, you see one, we all studied science in high school. It looks like mitosis, right? You shoot at one player and 3 more come out of him. Oops, I shot Saiyan and Falcated slid out of his back pocket. Like, that's exactly what you want from a team at this high tier. We said it earlier in the series, I think, during the falling esports fight. You never take a 1v1. I don't see any of these players taking 1v1s. Their awareness and their control and their communication is all at the highest tier, and you can see it displayed in a game like that.
Yeah, I mean, Cloud9 being so dominant over Sentinels, who looked so darn good,
Mm-hmm.
are just taken out so easily. What does that what does that say about Inconceivable? I mean, they're at a level that is so darn good. It's like any given Sunday, right? Like any given day, you're able to be the best, the very best. And today, Inconceivable are looking like they are the best. Cloud9 is going to take a lot of mental fortitude to get themselves back into this one after that kind of beating. That was just so glaringly obvious that they were getting outplayed around every corner. Their teamwork was not up to par on the level of Inconceivable. What this tells me is that they're about to get 3-1, that they're going to win the Slayer because they're mad and upset, and they're going to win their 1v1s. They're going to maybe outslay Inconceivable, but then Inconceivable is just going to come right back and win the objectives because they are just so efficient at the moment. They have not given up a single play where I was like, oh, well, why did they do that? They're starting to lose their focus. No, they are trained and they are locked in. They are ready to rock and roll. They are wanting to gain this one, get this one going. Do we see stats? I want to see the stats on that last game, see what we got going on, see who is really popping off. I noticed right away that Falcated was, had some big ones, but no, I guess we're not. But I pretty much just can guess. Falcated was one that was really putting up some big ones. He was just doing an exceptional job all game long. Loving to see it. And right away, though, Cloud9, they are answering back. We saw Camo, I think, in the hands of Eco. So let's go on board with the Eco Smith. He's on Pink 3. He's going to get some good intel from across the map. He's not going to try to put down any type of damage because he doesn't want to give away his position, but he can get the call-outs going for everyone on the other team, and that's what he's doing. God, I love the way Eco plays. Eco always makes incredible plays. To me, he's like top 2, top 3 as far as overall players go. He's not the best Slayer. He's not the, he's not the best of anything, really. He's a brainiac, though. He's just an incredible overall player. He's a leader. He gets it done. He's got incredible confidence. He's a world champion. He to me, is like the answer to Snakebite. Like, when you see a dynasty come out of the woodworks, like, we've had many dynasties. We've had Final Boss, and we've had Evil Geniuses. And when you see teams like that come out, there's always going to be an answer to that. There's going to be a guy that comes around. Like, when you hear about, the stories of, like, Batman in Gotham. Who's his answer? His answer was the Joker, right? Like, there's always going to be somebody that answers back, and that's Eco. Eco answers Snakebite. And to me, that's just an incredible thing to say for Eco. Really, he has been that guy that just time and time again has shown that he is super consistent, and I love him to death. I'm glad to see that he is back and performing better than ever in Halo 5. He's got his roster that he's been doing so good with. On board here with Renegade, going to take down that player on bottom middle. He is just hanging out down here. Going to have the camo coming up here at any point. This is going to be a big one. Big double out of Eco. Make that a triple.
Yeah.
And maybe an over.
Come on. Oh, I think too short.
He got the kill, but it was short. Oh, fantastic work out of him. They're going to get a nice 5-kill lead out of that. I didn't see... There we go. All right. Shout out to our observer here, Mr. Louis V. Titan, putting on the show and gets the camo shot. Penguin puts down the noob combo and lands some excellent shots onto another. He gets the call out that there was a player behind him, but that's going to be Eco that takes care of him. So, like I said, they are mad, and they are going to take this Slayer.
Yeah, it's something interesting. I completely agree with you. They did the answer back. I'm curious to see whether or not it's in relation to losing. I wonder whether or not this team was more skilled in a Slayer variant. I myself think objectives are a little bit more brainiac gameplay, but interesting to see this raw gun talent coming out and carrying Cloud9 through this. I think in my mind that's one of the things that separates different tiers of competitors here. Cloud9 deserves to be here, but it's interesting that they are winning the Slayer variant rather than the objective, which is kind of the traditional HCS and MLG thing. We're seeing Saiyan with some monster plays over here answering back. doing a good job of staying alive, utilizing that green gun, picking up that player at the bottom of his base, trying his heart out. He is going to fall to Penguin. Interesting again, we have a 10-point gap in the favor of Cloud9 here, and we have not seen Cloud9 get any footing, especially after their last showing in the previous game here. It was an inconceivable show. So I'm liking to see that Cloud9 is kind of bolstering their confidence and really showing up here.
Penguin holding down Pink 2. He's going to make sure he stays alive as long as possible, but he is getting heat from all over. He does land some good shots, gets that player weak, but Inconceivable have a good opportunity here to push out. The camo is going to be up any second. Falcated holds down Pink. Saiyan's got a nice little angle. He's got a crossfire going, but Boo Boo's going to be able to get that camo and secure it. He's bottom middle, going to get the tac mag. He's got that silenced pistol that has the extra range. Always going to be good when you have the camo. Now he's just going to gain this intel from these angles. He's just hanging out bottom middle. They'll never know. So now he's behind one player. I don't think he should have attacked just quite yet. Could have maybe gained a little bit more of an intel, but that's okay because he's got his teammates there to help him out, and they are grabbing all of the kills. They're only 3 kills away from tying this one up. Boo Boo Doo Boo once again just making things happen, playing so patiently with that camo.
There's that back pocket teammate, man. He had a little bit of an aggressive challenge, and then Bound and Falcated just soared right into that engagement. God. And we see them drop 3 kills across map from Doo Boo, all 4. Bound with the double. Beautiful. There's that teamwork. We see them go 1 up into the lead. They just needed to take the time to kind of regroup and get that camo, which got them a lot of leverage, especially with a green gun. And we're on with Bound, just picking up these singles that are kind of left around the map. Looks like he's leaving that, almost left that player one shot there. He's going to challenge the car door. Bound with a double. He might survive for this triple. Look at that aggression. He soars over the enemy player.
He's a freak, man. He's
unbelievable.
He's so like just insane. He's like the Flash running across the map, no fear whatsoever. So he's one shot. He's one shot in the toe from dying. That's okay. Right. He's gonna just run at the other team, and he's just so darn confident. Inconceivable have taken back this game. Camo about to pop any second now, and that will do it, honestly. If they're able to grab that thing. Bound just flying at the other team right now. Renegade flies right back out and gets that kill. He says, I'm not scared of you. Saiyan trying to get some nice shots in here. His teammate's going to get the cleanup. Falcated, great trade out of him. Saiyan puts some shots in. Boo Boo Doo Boo able to get the cleanup. Looks like the camo might have gone in the favor of Renegade. No, Renegade's waiting for it. Not sure if it got burned or not. Bound able to get a big kill on the Renegade. Only 1 kill to go to win this one and put them up 2-0 in this series. Bound, he's holding forward right now. He doesn't care. He's got it. He doesn't mind getting hit in the back by his teammate. He's just going to take that dub, and that is going to be 2-0 for Inconceivable here in the grand finals. Woo!
We didn't even need that camo, Bound says. I'm done. I'm done sitting around P1, P2. I'm going to the Eli. I'm doing it. I'm just going to win my fight.
Just gain the ground. I mean, there's no reason not to. Honestly, sitting Pink 1 is not a smart decision in that situation. You want to make sure you're controlling the Eli's first. Never sit Pink 1 unless you have a teammate, Pink 2 and Eli. That's like a rule, basically. If you see there's no one over there, then basically back up and make sure that you're getting better angles, or just hold forward and get up in that Eli. And that's exactly what Bound did. He was able to get in there and get that trade. He knew that there was a player weak, and he took full advantage of it. That's what's so good. Like when I played with pros, when I was able to get into a tournament setting, I became so much better because of my teammates. Whenever you play with pros, you get more confident in your own ability. Games become easier because everybody's much weaker. I mean, it just becomes an easier game. It's so satisfying. It's so refreshing. And Bound has the perfect 3 teammates to do this with. Saiyan, Boo Boo, and Falcated are really just coming together around Bound and allowing Bound to just have free reign over the map. And you see those headshots, the accuracy out of Bound looking great. Saiyan with 16. But on the other side, 16 out of Eco. He was really stepping up as well in the slaying department. Close game, man. looked like Cloud9 were that's supposed to be Cloud9, but anyways, Inconceivable being able to come back from that early deficit. They were down and looked like they could possibly just get ran over, but something clicked, and that's honestly what separates the champs from the champs. When you're looking at two teams that have wins under their belt, have world championships under their belt, have LAN wins under the belt, it's all about who has more will on that day. And guess who has it today? It's Inconceivable. They look like they need it, they want it, and they're doing it. We have the railgun in the hands of Bound. He's landing that first shot. He's going up here on the camo. He says, see you later. He's not going to be able to get away, though. That was a big, big kill at Renegade.
Control with that camo at 44, though. I mean, even dying, it's a lot better to die with it than to give it to the opposing team here. So I do like that play from Bound. Don't love the railgun getting out of his hands here. Great shots out of Renegade. They've almost run that all the way home already. We're going to see a double out of Ren. Looks like he's going to push into red. Did they get the flag? They did get the flag cap. Unbelievable. Even with his forward momentum.
Efficient, man. Like, it doesn't matter if they're not getting the slays. They are able to just run it in and get it. But guess what? That's going to be a counter cap. And that's exactly what happens when you don't set up appropriately for a real run. They really desperated that one, and they were punished. Renegade gets the killing spree, and he's able to take over top middle. Now he's going to make an aggressive play. Never mind. He's going to just hang back and just watch the top middle, make sure that he works together with his teammates. Now he flies in, but he's the last one up, and he gets taken down by a no shields. Boo-boo, doo-boo. Good Lord, this man is on fire.
And he even hits the biff jump from bottom mid to top mid. Those are those mechanics that really set players apart. I mean, you get into a Diamond to an Onyx lobby, and a lot of folks are shooting 5 shots and stuff like that, but movements and mechanics and map knowledge like Mr. Boo Boo Doo had right there is exactly what sets you apart as a top-tier competitor. I love seeing stuff like that. He's aware of the player challenging him in his attic here, picks up a really nice double kill. His flag player is moving. It looks like they did trade. If he wins this 1v1, they get to move this flag out of here. His teammates hopefully soaring in on that, but Renegade doing a good job of winning that engagement, staying alive, and both of the flags look like they're back at home base, so we're kind of resetting the lobby here, awaiting top mid for that camo push.
This is a best of 5. We are in a situation where this could be the end of the tournament here for Inconceivable. They are looking to close this one out in a 3-0 fashion. They have looked good all day long. Bound with the Predator combo. He's got the railgun and the camo. Going to be coming up on a good flank here. He's got 2 in front of him. The splash damage helps him out, but he immediately gets spotted and taken down. So that was unfortunate. Not much productivity out of that camo. So now they're going to get reset, and it's going to be a fight for the 50-yard line. Valkated's got the top middle. He's going to get a nice kill off a eco that is pushing off spawn. Valkated does a good job at staying alive. Pokes back out. Put some good damage in, but ultimately he's just going to hold down his positioning. He pops back out, though. A little too aggressive there. He just needed to hold it down and wait. Didn't really need to make anything happen just yet. Stellar with the perfect pistol. I've said it time and time again throughout all of Halo 5. Stellar has the best pistol. I think Royal 2, Snakebite, they're in the discussion. There's players that I've seen that are insanely good with this weapon, but at the end of the day, Stellar is just too darn consistent and too darn accurate. That was just excellent shots out of him. You see 3 down for a second from Inconceivable. Saiyan had to play that one slow off the rip. Now he's going to fly out and try to help his teammate, but immediately gets hit by a grenade that was meant for his teammate. Bound, going to get that perfect onto the player. He immediately opens up the map. Saiyan gets taken down. That's a very unfortunate loss right there. That probably should have gone in his favor, not even being a trade, but it goes the other direction because he misses that beatdown. So now Cloud9 really trying to get themselves back into this series, not wanting to go down 3-0. Camo is about to be up any second. It looks like it was just grabbed. Not sure who jumped on it. Boo Boo does have the rail gun. He's going to try to put it to use. Got Eco trying to be a little sneaky beaver here. Oh, he sees the glow, immediately evades it. That was some fast reaction time.
Unfortunately, it didn't do much for him. He got picked up by the 2 other members of the opposing team there. Bound is going to get his win against Stellar there. We're on board with Penguin. Good to see these guys on equal footing this time. I was nervous about the Cloud9 team not performing as well in an objective setting, but it is awesome to see them play well against Inconceivable. Little surprised about that Slayer loss, but it's good that they're really stepping up here. This may be the momentum that it took them to get here. Penguin himself being an incredible top-tier competitor we've already seen. He's going to fall to Bound, one of my newer favorites. Bound is going to be on red porch here. He's hearing the callouts from his teammates. He's trying to look at who to protect. And then in true Bound fashion, checks his corners and goes, there's people on the left, people on the right. I'll just go up the center.
As soon as he sees that there's 2 down, he immediately decides to make a play. That's very, very good decision-making from him. No hesitation whatsoever. He does get found out, though. Boo-Boo with a big double here to maybe help support him move, but he's not able to do much. But Bound played sneaky enough for just long enough to help his team to maybe get this return. They still didn't get it, though. Oh, my God, big double out of Saiyan. Saiyan almost lands the trip. His teammate should be able to get the cleanup, though. That's huge. And there you go. Bound is able to get the touch. This is going to be very, very important. Bound needs to stay alive here. He's got the railgun. I'd like to see him put it to some use. His teammates are nowhere in sight to help him out, though. He does have a player in front of him, but his team is doing all the work. He needs to get this touch now. As soon as he saw that there was 2 down on Cloud9, he needed to make a play. Unfortunately, he was not able to do so, and that's... Oh, man, that's very unfortunate. That's one of those things that comes with experience, that comes with time. And knowing when to just let your teammates do the work and when not to. That is one of those split-second decisions that, you know, you just got to make. And like he did something good first. He made sure to stay alive and try to put the railgun to some sort of use. But as soon as he realized that he was ineffective in that moment, he needed to make a play on that flag. And now you see Cloud9 is making him pay. They're getting it into their base now. Penguin with a little bit of a fumble. That's going to bite him. Falcated with a huge double kill. But there you go. We have a Cloud9 member able to secure that cap. Boo-Boo, though, he's going to be able to get the double kill. And this could very much be a Inconceivable counter cap.
Looks like that's exactly what we see. Looks like Bound is no longer Flash. It might be Boo-Boo Doo-Boo just soaring across that map. An effortless juggle, get the great double at the beginning. That is almost inconceivable, if you will. He sees his teammate trying to be a nuisance in the opposing team's base here. It looks like that was Falcated. Did some damage to a player. Falcated got 1, picked up 2. Looks like he kills Renegade. They're trying to hold top middle. We should see Camo up here in about 30 seconds, and they were also trying to get a run out of Blue Elbow there. I like Jesse's play top mid here to drop onto this player. An amazing crouch straight from Stellar. Jesse missing a couple shots there. We're going to have Bound with a power weapon here. Looks like he might do a skill jump and getting ready to set up on this Camo here. Amazing railgun snipe from top red into the blue attic. Another one. There's no sniper on this, but I'm starting to believe that he's able to use the railgun as one. We have a power weapon, we have height advantage, and we have Camo, all in the favor of Inconceivable with Bound.
Predator combo. He is locked and loaded right now. He goes for the back smack, gets it. He knows there's 2 players that are weak there. He goes for the bigger play, sacrifices his life to get that flag a little bit farther. And I got to be honest, that was another one of those plays, man, where you just gotta give it up. It was a sacrifice play. He knew it from the start. He just didn't. He didn't have to do it. He had the Predator combo. When you have that combo, you are the most important player on the map. Don't sacrifice yourself for a dead flag. That really should have gone the other way. Inconceivable should have gotten map control off of that and had some cycles of spawn killing, maybe like 1 or 2, and then gotten another pull.
He could have been on the prowl up on that top cat, right up there, securing those fights for his team. And for the players that are maybe just stopping by happenstance, that dead flag is some terminology that you'll see a lot of higher teams use to connotate that is a bad push. If a flag isn't live, it's a dead flag. Don't challenge that. You're going to weaken the team by making an over-aggressive challenge, or you'll potentially die. I love that counter pull, though. Renegade with the kill there. We saw Falcated get a great grenade. Boo Dubu is going to get the flag out of their porch. Looks like we have one flag in play now. It's actually in the favor of Inconceivable, but it looks like the railgun's up, and we're going to see everything reset here. Penguin picking that up bottom mid, seeing his teammates Red X there. Kind of nervous. We're down to the 150 mark. Sees that player pulling that flag. He's calling out for his help. Let's see whose help shows up faster. Looks like it's going to be Inconceivable.
Boo Boo has so many different situations where he's protected his teammate. Bound with a big double. He's got the rail. Boo Boo's going to be able to put it to use. Bound just waiting for his shields. But once again, not being fast enough, Cloud9 is going to be able to get that return. Saiyan does get a big kill here. That's going to be important. Eco, though, he's going to get the camo. That's the biggest play that could happen right now for Cloud9. Being able to secure this camo is going to be huge. Eco with the big brain play, thinking ahead. But it didn't matter because that player was able to spot him out. That's Boo Boo Dubu with an exceptional kill on the camo, and that is the tournament.
That was unbelievable. He used that camo in a leverage. Happenstance, maybe. That may have been a complete chance, but he used that camo to leverage 2 players worth of lives so his teammate could run a stealth cap. Whether it was intentional or not, that is a perfect way to utilize your teammates' lives through communication and map control.
Inconceivable just had one of the most glorious performances in the past 2 series that I've seen in a long time. Their teamwork was effortless. I mean, that was exceptional Halo that we just witnessed. Halo 5 at its best, ladies and gentlemen. We are reaching a new level, and it's so good to see going into Halo Infinite here in a within the next year or so that Halo 5 is at this point. It just has looked so darn good. All these new players coming out to play Bound, just showing that he is a championship level player. If I think I might be correct in saying that this is his first big win in the I'm trying to really search my brain here. But correct me if I'm wrong, anybody. I don't care who it is in the chat, that this is Bound's first big win.
I've seen him win a whole lot of online challenges, but not necessarily an HCS thrown event.
Right, 4v4. I know that he's won piece together events at the esports arena, but as far as HCS, pro league, pro series type events where everybody's fighting for the top, all the top players, I just haven't seen Bound win out or even get to the grand finals personally. I mean, I'm getting old. My memory isn't serving me right sometimes, but I think this is it. I think Bound has finally cracked it open, and now the next step is to win an actual LAN, and who knows when those are going to be. But I think this is a great step. This is a good step in the right direction for him. Boo Boo once again just showing why he deserves to be at the top. Good Lord Almighty! Does that say 18 KDA?
It does. It's a 1-8.
Oh my God! That man's a psycho. That is just insanity. Boo Boo really just pulling out all the stops in that final series to just assert his dominance, showing why Falcated and himself putting in all this work together has really paid off. And Saiyan also, I must say, towards the end of Halo 5, I don't think anyone put in more work than he did.
No.
He put so many hours in on his stream playing Halo 5 when everybody else was playing Halo 3, Halo Reach. He's been sticking with this game, so he is such a good pickup for this roster. And now Bound, pretty much the same way. Bound has not wanted to put Halo 5 down, and just fantastic work out of these guys. They've been wanting to be here. They finally got it. They got their win, and honestly, with this kind of confidence that they're going to gain from this, they have to realize that they can't get content. They have to keep learning and growing as players, because there's gonna be that period where they might feel satisfied. You know, a lot of new winners get that feeling. And I don't think Saiyan has won in a while. And so Bound and Saiyan, if they can still continue to put in the work that they have, this is just a scary team. They are looking so darn good right now.
I agree. I want to see Boo Boo. And actually, honestly, I really like this lineup. Potentially pushing into Infinite. Cloud9 as well. And one of the things about complacency that I was just thinking about when you said it is that, for instance, Sentinels got taken out, but they were playing with a Neptune rather than a Lethal. And so you can't really sit on your laurels. You can't really put your crown on. There's always someone next that you're going to have to fight again. Sentinels could have been having an off day. Next time it could be Inconceivable. It could be Sentinels. It could be Cloud9 and Sentinels. You have to grind that way. You can't get complacent. And I'm in entire agreement that Boo Boo Doo Boo and Bound specifically.
Oh my!
And there it's in practice. Look at the win on that. There it is in practice.
Jesus Christ!
Yep.
Did you just see what I saw? Boo Boo was not even like affected by what he had just done on his screen. He was like, "Oh well, it's just another triple kill,
Another
and
triple
another day
against
as
pros.
Boo Boo Doo Boo."
Yep.
It's just in the grand finals, just doing Doo Boo things.
Boo Boo stuff.
Oh my God, what an absolute freak. Fantastic work out of him. Oh my God, it was insane. Just great job out of everybody on Inconceivable. Everyone had their moments. It was not like this was a Boo Boo show. This was
Featuring, right.
yeah, like Inconceivable came together as a unit and just dominated the day.
Mm-hmm. Who's your MVP for the day, man? All teams included. Who do you got?
Who is the day dominator? Who is the single best individual? Who's the MVP?
I mean, from any team as a player, not necessarily as a winner. Like, I love to see Druck. I thought Druck, in his movement and his map awareness and things like that, I mean, he was monkeying around, taking some 1v3s against the team that won the entire series here.
Yeah. They had a closer win than Cloud9.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's got to say something. I mean, interesting. I don't know.
Druck just
honestly,
played great.
I think it's got to be. I think it's going to be Bound for me.
He was my other.
I think Bound he showed a hunger in his gameplay. Like, yeah, Boo Boo put up the stats. Boo Boo put up a lot of the plays. Falcated was doing some massive things. Saiyan was clutching up a lot at the time. But Bound was so consistently aggressive and showing no fear whatsoever that it allowed his team to play that way. Like, he was just putting in so much damage. We didn't have damage numbers up, but I'm sure that consistently he might have put up the most damage. Like, I know that those are getting recorded, so we'll be able to have that in a recap for you next week. But I'd love to see that stat for Bound. I think he was just doing next level numbers as far as damage, because he was just running in there, not giving a care at all, really putting the team first no matter what, and that was what was helping Inconceivable win out on those objectives so handedly. But
Hard to be scared, man. Hard to be scared when you get a team that good.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, when you're surrounded by that level of talent, you can't be. There you go. We're seeing that play from Boo Boo once again, just dominating the hell out of Renegade. Renegade was so upset after that. You can already tell. He's like, "Oh my God, I should have got that kill." But that's the day, guys. We're going over all of these highlights from what we saw so far. Thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. It has been an incredible one. This was the Watch Party. We are bringing you all of the HCS action unofficially. This is brought to you by Louis V. Titans Productions. Myself, Nighty Knight, my co-caster, Dragon Knight. We also have Garrett Tools, who isn't here with us today, who runs productions. We've also got Mr. Snow and Biggie Blaine's productions as well, helping us out. So we've got a whole team here giving you all of the action. This is not just a one-guy thing, although Louis V. Titan does a lot of percentage of the work.
He's a Titan, man.
Yeah, he's definitely a god. But this is the community coming together with the strengths of who we have available, and I'm hoping to see a lot more people follow in our stead or even help us out as well. So make sure you guys are tuning in to our Twitter feeds and making sure you lay down some feedback or some criticisms. What would you guys like to see in the future? Anything like that, we are open to it. Thank you so much to the Face It team for supporting us, 343. They have been a major help in helping us get into these lobbies and to observe for you guys. This has been a lot of fun to help create these, and I can't wait to do more. This was a fun show to do with you, Dragon Knight. Any last words?
Man, it was just an unbelievable day, an inconceivable day, if you will. It was an absolute pleasure to work with you, our production team. It is an absolute pleasure to get to do this for the Halo community in front of so many cool folks that are here in the downtime of Halo. This is the time when the fans with real passion for this franchise specifically, not a shooter fan, not an arena game fan. These are the Halo fans that stuck with us through all of this in this 5-year-long transition to Infinite. So to all of you guys out there, thank you so much for letting me be part of the face of this, and Nighty and our production staff and everybody. It was a good day, guys. An inconceivable day.
All right, guys. Make sure y'all have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Our nades in our tree. Our nades in our tree.
Really weak.
Okay, no.
Our elbow.
Dude.
Our elbow dead. Our
It's
front
gonna be
base. Our
another
front
Garrett
base.
tree, I think. Our porch out. Our porch, yeah, let's guard gen. Let's guard gen. Oh my god, good shit.
3 dead. 3 dead.
Bro, I'm blocking their silo. I'm blocking. Okay.
Perfectly. They execute perfectly. They're just doing an amazing job. Double kill out of Saiyan with the rockets. He's got one more to use. He's going to stick around. He gets the call out. He's going to land the rocket. He gets 2 more.
Druck with a double. He does fall, it looks like, and Falcade is going to be the first one to put a flag in. It stops right at the goal line. They get the pull. Top red, we see deaths in the favor of Pioneers here. Let's see if they can get this re and get this cap. And we do see one flag given his teammates time. We're seeing a 13-second gap between both of these teams here, so this, at this point, could be anybody's game.
Truck has stayed alive so long here while he was no shields. He's got a killing spree. He's still dodging grenades. He gets the double. He's got 2 in front of him. He's going to pop back out. He almost gets the triple. He goes back out. He's so confident. Inconceivable team. Pioneers trying to do their best here. This is the last game. If they lose this one, they are out of the tournament. Big double out of Talik using this light rifle. This is one of his favorite guns. That's going to be a killing spree. Looking great. Talik just hitting every shot with this weapon, and it is getting down to the wire. He has put up at least 10 kills since we